Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Chandali. I'm a licensed esthetician. I also host this YouTube channel, Chandali the Esthetician. I run a podcast as well called Skin is In, and this is my Skin is In studio. This is where I do facial services. I make videos for estheticians who are going through their journey, so if you're new here, make sure you subscribe, turn your notifications on so I can help you. Guys, with this video, we are going to be talking about all things sales, what it is to be a salesperson. And I know that not everybody has this experience and background, but I think it's so important that we are on the same page with what it takes to be successful out here as a business owner. So if you find this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and let me know as well, and I can make more videos like this if you're curious. So we're going to take a deep breath before we get into this. Let's just take a little big, that's an oxymoron, right? Let's take a big breath in. Let's talk about sales. So what is selling? Selling is providing a product, a good or service to someone for the exchange of money. That is what it is. So when I hear people mention that they don't want to be a salesperson, they don't want to sell product, they don't want to hit sales quotas, they don't want to talk about sales in school in general, I cringe, because the reality is this: unless you're in the business of doing this for hugs, smiles, and what was that commercial where people were doing it for gum?
No one ever pays me in gum.
Layers.
Trident layers. Like, what are we doing here? You are not here to do this for free, right? And things have a cost associated with it. That is just the type of world that we live in. Here's how you get yours, and this is how you can do it in the best interest of your client. First, we have to break down how to position selling to your client. There are a lot of different ways that you can do this, but my best recommendation is mastering your consultation. The important thing about a consultation is this is your first opportunity to meet with the client and figure out, why are they here? What got them in their car, drove all the way down to meet you for a free consultation where they weren't getting a service? And if you don't offer free consultations and you do a consultation before they get the service, what made them come in today to give you this chance for business? It's really important that you have a firm understanding of what that is so that you can leverage that later to assist your client in the best options for them. Mastering your consultation is something where you sit down and you go through a list of things that your client wants to achieve with their skincare, whatever you offer. But in going through that consultation, you get a really good opportunity to figure out who is this person in front of you, especially if they're a new client. Typically, they're a new client. So you want to learn as much as you can, So you want to have a consultation form. Personally, I like to go through the form with my clients. Better foot that you start off on, the better it is for you to actually gain the right to position products to your client or even asking for a rebook. After you do your consultation, which if you guys would really like a breakdown of this series where we talk about mastering the consultation, I can go into detail on those things. You should be doing these in school. If you are not, please just ask your instructor, can we do consultations? I don't know. That's wild. If your school's not doing that, I would have concerns. So let me know if your school's not doing that, okay? I'm gonna call them and just know. I won't say that you said it, but I'm gonna be like, are y'all doing consultations there? But for real, I will. Because that is such a necessary part in you being comfortable and confident enough to move forward in helping your client. So after your consultation, it's time for you to present your recommendation to your client. This is the time that whatever my client has booked for, if I think that something would be better for them, I like to talk to them about it right in that moment. So here's how that looks. Say I have a client who's coming in for a oxygen facial. All she has booked is what seems to be a facial that can help for sensitive skin. So my goal is to educate her on things that I could do outside of this particular facial that could help her if I think there's something else that's better for her. Let her know if I think that she has the right package. If she booked an oxygen facial and I just did her consultation, and in talking to her during her consultation, I realized that the oxygen facial would be the best facial for her, then that's what I'm going to suggest. But if I think that she needs to add in like LED treatment and there's an upcharge, I will tell her just in that moment. I'll be like, hey, all right, client Sue, today you have booked a oxygen facial treatment, and in going through your list of things that you want to achieve with your skin, I believe that this particular LED treatment is going to be the best thing to add in addition to our service today. It adds an extra 10 minutes to the service, so I want to make sure you have time for it, but I truly think that this would be the best service for you. That is the best way to recommend something to your client, because now you have taken this information of things that they want to achieve and you've explained to them why this will help them achieve it, and then you explain to them what they can expect. They don't have any questions left in the back of their mind of what to do. And if that client in that moment says, no thanks, I'm just gonna go ahead and do what I came to do today, but maybe we could add it next time, make a note that you've already discussed this with your client and you might want to add this on later. All right, guys, so when your client is laying down on the table, at this point, you are now in the zone, right? You're gonna do a skin analysis. In that skin analysis, this is where we can really determine, are there any extra handheld devices that you could add into your treatment that could really help your client have a better result than just that standardized facial they might have booked for? Is there anything that stands out to you that you might want to explain to your client in advance? Like, let's say that you know you're going to be doing a lot of extractions on this client. It's important to prep them and let them know. All of these things are necessary for you to be able to then turn around and then gain the right to then offer products to your client. I really like to do this as part of my consultation. Like, obviously we do our setup or our one-on-one where we talk, but once they lay down and I'm going in to do my skin analysis, this is when I really like to get in and start talking to them about the type of products that I'm going to be mixing for them, ingredients that are going to help them with their skincare journey. Because the rest of the service, I want them to relax. I don't want them to be wondering like, what's going on? Okay, so let's say your client booked a customized facial, no frills. She didn't want to add in anything extra, but you know that there are things that you could do that are better for them. This is how this looks. Getting your client on board with your particular plan, your treatment plan, is really something that needs to come from a place of recommendation, and it needs to be presented as you being the expert. I'm never going to go to my client, well, I think you need 5 facials. What do you think? It's about what I think. If I think that you need 5 facials, this is a different way you could present this. Okay, so looking at the things that you're trying to achieve, which is fading pigmentation, I would highly recommend that we start off by clearing the active breakouts so that we can prevent any further damage being done, but then also going in with this particular home care routine in between services, so outside of just when you come to see me. And then I have been able to achieve XYZ results in typically 5 to 6 appointments. So here's the time frames that I would like to see you in for your appointments. You've already told me what you want to do. I'm going to tell you how to get there. The result for you now is to tell me no. You have to literally tell me you don't want what it is that you've already asked me for, because I'm here telling you what it's going to take. One facial ain't gonna do it, baby girl. It's just not gonna do it. It can really take some time. If you're coming to me and you have a face full of breakouts, a face full of pigmentation, and you want me to calm down your breakouts and fade your pigmentation, that takes time. And it also takes commitment, and this is what that commitment is. Now, I'm really presenting it in a way that my client doesn't have to think about this. She's not like, oh, is this what I should do or I shouldn't do it? This is what you should do because I know this, I do this all the time, I'm the expert, you are the client. When you're doing your facial services, if you aren't currently, I highly recommend that you highlight some of the things that you want your client to remember from the facial. So I typically will always start my facials off by talking about the cleanser that I'm using, because I know that an impactful cleanser can make a huge difference for my clients because of multiple reasons. Because depending on their skin type, their skin concerns, this is something that they're using every day, at least twice a day. And I really like to put it in perspective for my clients that I see you once every 4 weeks, once every 2 weeks. You have an opportunity twice a day for 30 days. That's 60 chances to help improve your skin. It would be wild if I didn't talk to my client about what cleanser could help them get there. And I really like to apply this concept to my moisturizers, my serums, and my sunscreen. Everything else in between, that's really me to hold, but cleansers, moisturizers, serums, and sunscreens, these are things that your clients should be leaving with if they don't have any of these products currently. If your client is laying down, you've talked to them about cleansers, we're wrapping up the facial, let's talk about a serum. So I will put the product on my hand and I'll say, one of my favorite things that I'm finishing up your facial with today is Serum 71. This right here is one of the most transformative serums that you could use in your skincare routine, and here's why. Here are all of the benefits that you can use. And since I've used their consultation, I can link it back to fading pigmentation, brightening the overall skin, and repairing the health of the skin. This serum here can help you achieve all of that, and I'd recommend you use it on a daily basis. Obviously, you're gonna get some benefit from using it today, but ideally, this would be something I'd wanna see you go home with. That's it. That is what I do. That's what I say. It's not some revolutionary thing. The truth, right? I present them with the truth based off of what they have already shared with me. How can I help them? You are doing yourself a disservice by not offering products to your client. Even if you can't do a full back bar, if you could buy product in advance and build that price into the cost of the facial, then you could almost seem like give them the serum, right? It seems like, oh, I'm gifting this to you, but really your facial was $150 today. I built the price of the serum into your facial, so I need you to leave with that. That is one strategy. I actually really love doing this strategy because it lets me know that right out of the gate, clients are coming in, they're going to be leaving with exactly what I want them to leave with. Maybe not everything, but I know that they're leaving with that, and it might make it easier for them to then buy something else that could help them achieve their results. Another thing that you could look at doing when you are going to position products to your client, so a couple of things. I always love to take a product. Let's say this is something that you want your client to start using. I love to take it and I hand it to them. I'm like, this is XYZ, I'm gonna drop it and pretend like you took it. Okay, this lip treatment that I recommend using today, this would be a product that I want you to go ahead and add into your routine so we can rehydrate those lips, bust out some fine lines, whatever it is that you're trying to do for them. This is $40 and I go on. Sometimes I don't even talk about the price because I don't care about the price. It's not about the price. It's about the fact that I'm saying you need this product based off of the results that you're trying to achieve. Here's something else that could help you guys. I like to ask my clients if they like how their skin feels. Like afterwards, I always say, how do you feel? And they're like, I feel great. And it's like, you know what? You could feel like this all the time. These products here can help you maintain the results of the service that I got you today. And if you want to maintain these results, you definitely need to be using these products, XYZ. If my clients ask me, well, what's something else that I could use? Let's talk about objections and reasons why people will say no. People will say no because they don't trust you, they don't find the value or the benefit for them, they don't believe the price matches the value or the benefit because they are just someone who says no in general. That is a thing. No, people will just say no, girl. So maybe that's the same, but people will say no for a variety of reasons. It's your job to just expect it. Out of the gate, no. Assume that nobody wants to buy anything, right? Nobody wants to buy anything. People want to get things that they feel they need. And if you can present to your client why they need these things and how it's going to help them achieve what they've asked you for, you've really done most of the hard work. I recommend practicing objections. I've done this for many years in a past life. I would do rebuttals. We would cold call. We would pretend. We would mock play. But I highly recommend it. If you have a client who tells you, I don't use sunscreen because it just makes my face oily, what are you going to say? You right? Right, we can't say that because we know they need sunscreen. So you need to find some ways that you can navigate the no and expect it. Just go in knowing that people are going to say no. Also, know that there are different buyer types. I have some clients who fall into the category of wanting the best of the best all the time. They don't care the cost. They never ask me. I have some clients who want the newest and latest thing out. They don't care the cost. They never ask me. I have some clients who don't mind spending the money, but they've got questions. They want to know what's it gonna do, how long is it gonna last, why should they get it. And then I have clients who are going to do research before they ever swipe. They're never buying anything that same day that's just not in their characteristics. They need time. So the more that you understand what type of buyer you have, what type of client you have, the better you can present things to them. So like a good example for a client who's never gonna buy something day one is samples, right? Let you try it first, see what you think, see if you like it, and then let me know. For someone who wants the best of the best, you can literally let them know, hey, I just got this product in. Nobody else even has this. And I'm telling you, this is the newest hotness out. You need this product because you like having these products. You like having the best of the best. This is the best. And they buy it simply for that reason. So the more that you have an understanding of what type of experience you're in, the better you are and the more comfortable you can be with sales. Sales is something that, if you really think about it, you are already selling your business. You're already selling yourself. The better you know how to sell what it is that you are offering, the better that you know how to present what it is that you are offering, the better you will do from a standpoint in business, because you will be able to always speak the language of someone who is needing your services and how you can help them. I will end it off with this. Even if you're not in a space to offer a full back bar, because I totally get that. I struggle with that not a back bar, but full retail. I struggle with that to this day. I'm constantly like, okay, and I need to order more. Like, I'm just constantly chasing this wheel. Look for companies that offer different resources, such as drop shipping. Look for companies that make it a little bit more possible for you to purchase their retail products and then turn around and earn a profit off of it. So think about that before you sign up for your retail. But ultimately, at the end of the day, even if you're not selling product, this can apply to selling facials, right? This same concept could apply to selling more than one facial or getting that client to rebook. So this entire video is all about retention. How can you retain a client? And I think if you think about it from a perspective of just selling something to somebody, if you think about it from that perspective, you will struggle, because that is all you're doing. You're not really doing anything to help your client, and that's a little selfish. But if you think about how you can help your client achieve the results that they're trying to achieve by what you can do, which is offer skincare services, offer retail products, offer knowledge, then you are in a better boat, because you are able to then articulate what it is your client needs from you. Please do not ever feel guilty offering things to your client that could help them. You should feel guilty if you're offering things to your client that they don't need. Why would you do that, right? We're not here to do that. We are here to help our people get where they're going. And a lot of that sometimes is a little bit more than just a facial, right? It's multiple facials. It's retail product and facials. It's health and lifestyle and facials. Like, it's so many levels. So you are actually doing your client a disservice by not having those conversations. If you let your client leave and go out into the world and you haven't armed them with the right tools or the right items or anything, it actually could backfire on you, because they're thinking that, oh, it was great when she did it, but she only wants me to keep coming because she's the only one who can do it, right? They kind of lose that trust with you, and I just don't want that to happen to you. I don't want you to be someone out there that people think, don't really know what they're talking about, because you do. You don't want to, and like, I'm going to tell you, I know this has happened because it has happened to me. I remember when I was working somewhere at a spa, and I would have these clients who would come, and I thought the products were kind of expensive. I was like, this is crazy. Like, I'm not spending it, which isn't true, because I do spend it on other things, but I didn't see the value in that particular product that they carried. That's neither here nor there. But I would have clients leave and then message me at Target later that day buying something else. So like, they have the money, you guys. They want to spend it. You need to make sure that it gets spent on the right things, the right ideas, the right items, the right products for them. And who else is better and knowledgeable than you? Girl, don't make me get on my soapbox and come for you. I'm doing something really fun. I'm going to be taking 4 estheticians that want to go through my confidence bootcamp, and I'm going to help them grow their confidence to be able to gain the right to offer and position products to their clients, to have better consultation experiences, to have better on-camera presence. So if these are things that you want to grow in, please let me know in a comment down below. If you are someone who wants to be considered for the mentorship, all you have to do is send me a message on Instagram on my business page, skinisinstudios_. Please don't message my personal page because I want to be able to have all of the mentees in one area. So I'm only taking 4 at this time because I know my time and how it can work. But if you are someone who has been looking for a mentor to help them grow when it comes to positioning their business in this online space and how they can get a little bit more confident with presenting products, selling, and all of those things, I'd be happy to help you and share all of my knowledge. I'll be meeting weekly as a group so we can all grow and learn from each other, because that's my goal, is I want to have a creative collective space. If you send me an email, I will be able to send you an email back about timing and getting you coordinated for our first meeting. So I'm excited to have you in. This mentor cohort is not going to be taking place until January, so you've got a little bit of time to get in. But yeah, I'd love to have you in so that I can help support you in any way that I possibly can, because I really I'm very fortunate to have all of my previous experiences help me in this line of work. And if I can do anything by paying it forward, then I've done my job. So yeah, I will tell you, it is not a free program. This program is $250. It is something that I felt like that was a price point that valued my time, but also was respectful of the fact that I know that we are out here paying for other things. And so I'm obviously mindful of that. And I just want to help as many people as I possibly can. So if you are hoping or wanting to grow when it comes to sales or anything like that, or you want to have, you just want to have a better knowledge base of how you can start selling packages, or how you can better present those things to your client. I've done this. I've done it really well. I mean, at one point, I think I sold $30,000 in packages at a company that I worked for. So I kind of know what I'm talking about. So I'd be happy to help you in any way that I can. But yeah, if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Let me know in the comments section down below. And you don't have to go anywhere. I have an entire playlist right here, so go check it out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.